again, friends, and welcome to spring. My gosh, it's a beautiful 64 degrees here in Tennessee, Zone 7, and today is officially the second day of spring for all of us here in the Northern Hemisphere. And we have been waiting a long time for it. Very glad that it's finally here. We got a lot to do today. We're gonna be up-potting all of our peppers and tomatoes. We're gonna be planting some seeds directly in the garden, direct sowing, and we're gonna be starting some more seeds indoors. I'm gonna show you all the varieties that I'm planting today. So, hey, let's get started. All right, so up-potting is basically when you take a seedling that has outgrown its little starter cells and you pot it into a larger container. So these are our tomatoes. They've been growing for 3 weeks. They have their second and third set of true leaves, and they're ready to be potted into a larger container. So you do this for two reasons. One, the plant's roots are gonna need a larger container because you can see them, they're already starting to pop out the bottom, so you wanna give them more space. The other reason is that the starting mix that you use, if you use something like this, doesn't contain any nutrients. There's nothing in there for the plant to eat. So you have to move it into a growing medium that has some nutrients. So what you can do is just simply use any potting mix like this, because it usually has some compost and nutrition added to it. That works. I did my own mix, which is basically what is in something like that. It's a mix of peat moss, compost. This is just black cow. It's real pretty low. It's like a 0.5 NPK, but it does have some nutrients in there. So peat moss, compost, and then some perlite. And then I did add a little bit of just some slow release fertilizer as well. So I mixed that together and I have my own potting mix. So this is what I'm going to be using to up pot all of our tomatoes and peppers. All right, so here's the trick with planting tomatoes. You guys probably already know this, but I'm just going to mention it quickly. A tomato plant is very unique, where it has the ability to actually create new roots all along its stem. Do you see all those fine hairs? Those are all possible roots that can be created. Because right now, the entire root zone exists in just this small space. So if I plant this tomato this deep all the way to here, it's going to create new roots along this entire way. And that is going to give you a stronger, more vigorous plant. Now I'm going to water it in with a little water-soluble fertilizer. And now I could have actually planted this a little bit lower down in the cup. And then as the plant continues to grow up, you could keep adding more potting soil. I think that's what I'll do for some of the other ones, but just wanted to show you that basic idea. Just plant your tomatoes as deep as you can and just keep adding potting mix to give them as much root mass as you can. I said as deep as you can, but of course you don't want to bury the whole tomato plant. Usually up above these first leaves, the cotyledons, usually about up to there is a good height. And you also don't want to get the leaves wet. I was kind of doing it one-handed, so it was a little hard, but when you water it in, you don't want to be pouring water over the top of your plant. You want it just on the bottom like that. So I just re-looked at that last clip. It was a little sloppy, so just wanted to correct myself on that. But bury it deep, but of course not too deep, but leave, that's only like about 1.5 inches the top of the plant. This particular one, this is the solar flare, it had a really long stem, so the roots are all the way down here, so I'm getting a lot of good growth that way. And here they are, nice and happy, plenty of room to spread out, well fed. These are happy little plants. They're going to stay in these cups for about 3 more weeks until our last frost date, and then they're going to go into the ground. All right, so now it's time for the peppers. Look how beautiful these guys are, growing really nice. Now you'll see a little imposter here in the middle. These two are actually a lychee tomato, really cool leaves. My first time growing them. Now peppers do not have that same ability as tomatoes to grow stems, grow new roots from their stems, so we're going to be planting these at the same level that they're currently at. Now the lychee tomato, I actually don't know 100% sure if it has that same ability. I'm going to assume it does, so I'll probably be planting these guys a little bit deeper. But yeah, look at that, really nice. Very happy with that growth. Let's get these guys up potted. All right, time to share the good, the bad, and the ugly of gardening. Just as I was talking about how beautiful these peppers are, I set this thing down, it tilted upside down, and a poor little shishito pepper cracked right in half. Gone. That's 5 weeks of growth down the drain. Moment of silence. All right, I'm over it. It's painful, but those things happen. Seedlings are delicate, so be careful with them. But hey, if it happens, just carry on. I'm gonna plant another seed right away. We're still gonna get some great peppers. Let's carry on. All right, here's the whole team, potted up and happy. Peppers are looking good. Rest in peace, shishito. Luckily, I did start 2 of them, so I'll at least have 1 plant first, and I'll get the other one started again. There you go. All the peppers and tomatoes. So these guys will all stay in these containers for about 3 more weeks until it's warm enough to get them outside into the ground. All right, here's just a real quick update on these seedlings. We planted our basils last week, and this is really neat. You can see the purple and green basils, really nice. Pretty much everything's come up. This eggplant is still just sitting there, nothing happening. Very strange, I don't know what's going on there. That's fine though. We have this sweet pea flower. This is our salad burnet. Some different flowers and stuff. And check out these ground cherries. This is the Showrunner Gold, and look how big that leaf is. That's really nice. I'm gonna be up potting these as well today. The okra, they're doing good. And check out this Scarlet runner bean. This is 2 weeks of growth. These things are huge. This one's probably 1.5 feet. I realized I probably planted these a little too early because these guys are looking like they're ready to be in the ground. And we still have about 3 weeks left before our first frost, so kind of learned a lesson there. But look at that, man. That leaf is as big as my hand. 2 weeks of growth. That is really impressive. Scarlet runner bean. All right, so this is everything we are direct sowing in the garden today. We have our arugula. We're doing a variety called wasabi. Apparently it tastes just like wasabi. And we got our regular classic arugula. Grows really well. We're also going to be planting our...
snail vine.
Oh, the snail vine, that'll be a different one. And then we're doing the broccoli rapini. This is just a really nice green, good broccoli flavor. A couple flowers. We're doing bachelor buttons. This one's called Black Boy, and there's also one that's a blue variety. These seeds are from 2015, very old. Hopefully they will still germinate for us. And we're also planting one of my favorite flowers and herbs. This is Borage. This is really pretty blue herb with these cucumber flavored flowers, really nice. And apparently this is a rare variety, but they have a white variety as well. So we're gonna be planting that. So those are all going in the ground today. We're also gonna be planting some, starting some seeds indoors. You wanna show them which ones we're starting today?
Yeah, but I'm gonna bring the snail over to you too.
Perfect, thank you. So these are all ones that we're starting inside. This is a Texas butterfly mint, agastache, really pretty flower. We're doing the blue butterfly pea. That's really cool. And Wesley was talking about the snail vine. We are growing snail vine for the first time. It's a cool little flower with a corkscrew and apparently smells really nice. We're doing
Which one was the eggplant?
the eggplant. Well, the eggplant is taking its time growing. We are growing a couple tomatillos. We have the tomatillo verde, which we grew last year. Grew really well. And a new one for us is the purple tomatillo. And we're growing the hyacinth bean vine. It's a really big, pretty, very productive flowering plant. And the cardinal vine as well. So that's everything we're starting indoors. And that's it. All right, Wesley, you want to plant some seeds?
Yeah.
All right,
Let's go.
let's do it. Yay!
Wesley's a good gardener.
All right, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck in the garden. Happy spring. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.
Bye. Bye.